Let's determine the perimeter of this non-standard shape. So to determine the perimeter, we need to add up all the side lengths when we go around this shape once. Suppose that if I start from this position, I have to go around the shape and then I have to add this side length as well as then I have to add this side length, then this side length, and likewise I have to add up all the side lengths. So I'm just indicating through the arrow. So finally, I reach this position. So this is going around the shape once, which means we have to add up all the side lengths. So let's say that this side length as S1, this is S2, this is S3, S4, and then S5, S6, S7, and S8. So basically, we have about eight side lengths. Out of this, we are given side lengths of few sides, but this S2 as well as this S4 side length is not given. However, this is exactly opposite to the 6 meter side length. So therefore, we can say that side length S2 is also 6 meter. And similarly, this S4 is exactly opposite to the side length S6. So you can say that side length S4 is 3 meter. Now we add up all the side lengths, that is S1 plus S2 plus S3 plus and so on till S8. I write down like this. So let's put each of the side lengths. This is 10 meter. Side length S2, we just determined it is 6 meter, and side length 3 is 3 meter. We can look into the figure, and then we have the side length S4, which is 3 meter plus S5. S5 is basically we have to calculate this. This is the side length S5. We know that this side length is 2 meter, and also this side length is 3 meter. So the side length S5 will be, it is exactly opposite to this side length 1. So 10 minus of 2 plus 3, which is 10 minus 5 is 5. So S5 is basically 5 meter. I'm adding up here. And then add the S6, which is 3 meter. And then S7 is 2 meter. And S8 is 6 meter. So let's add up all this side lengths. We have 10 plus 6 is 16. This is 19. 19 plus 3 is 22. 22 plus 5 is 27. 27 plus 3 is 30. 30 plus 2 is 32. And 32 plus 6 is 38. So we get 38 meter. And this is the perimeter of this shape. Let's now determine the area of this non-standard shape. So to determine the area of this non-standard shape, we could make some construction. So first, I'm going to do this construction. That is, I'm going to drop a vertical line from this point to the opposite side, that is a side length 10 meter, so that this portion or this region can be considered as a rectangle or one. And then I drop another rectangle, another vertical line like this, so that this looks like another rectangle. Let's say this is R2, and finally we have this another rectangle R3. So basically, the area of this non-standard shape is now considered to be the area of the three rectangles, that is R1 plus R2 plus R3. Since each of these shapes are rectangles, we can utilize the area formula for rectangle, that is length times width. So let's identify the length and width of each of these rectangles. For R1, let's say that the width is 2 meter. I'm calculating the area of R1. So I put the width as 2 meter and the length is 6 meter. So this gives, when we multiply, 12 meters square. Now let's find the area of the rectangle R2. For that, let's identify the length as well as the width. We know one of the measurement, that is 5 meter, and we should know this measurement. This measurement is can be found by subtracting 6 meter from this 3 meter. So therefore 6 minus 3 is 3 meter. So therefore we have the length as 5 meter for this rectangle, and we can consider the width as 3 meter. So when we multiply these two, we get a 5, 3 is 15. meters square. And then finally, we have this third rectangle R3. And for this, the length is 6 meter. So I write 6 meter for the length. And the width is, this is the width, which is 3 meter. So 6 times 3 is 80 meters square. Now we have to add up the areas of each of these three rectangles, which gives the area of this non-standard shape. That is R1 plus R2 plus R3. And this equals 12 plus 15 is 27. And 27 plus 18 is 45 meters square. So therefore, area of this non-standard shape is 45 meters square. You can write down here. So area is 45 meters square.